What's happening, everybody? Welcome to yet another great ride in Minnesota. My name is Scot Mendenhall. I'm so glad you're hanging with us today. We're going to answer the question or reveal to you the one thing I overlooked when riding in the snow that could end a ride and you'd be walking. I'll share my thoughts on how to overcome that because it almost happened to me at about the 4-minute mark. Beautiful day here in Minnesota. Is 23 degrees. Snow is falling. There's about an inch of that white stuff on the ground. The tire that I have on my one-wheel pint is the stock. I'm riding in Skyline. I have boots on. I have my snowboard goggles on, a snowboard helmet. I have windproof gloves, pant legs, and jacket on because when you're moving, it's cold. One thing I do want to remind you is when you ride in snow, when it is on the ground, carving is less of an option. It is a little bit more slick. Go figure, right? And so I would ride at speed. I just wouldn't carve, which brought on foot fatigue, which is not normal. Typically, I don't ever experience on long rides any foot fatigue, but when riding in snow, because you lose the carving, and it's lost only because the risk of it slipping from underneath you. And when it's going to slip from underneath you, it's when your weight is to the left and the right of you, or front side, back side, I should say. When you lean back or go toe side, the board can slip from underneath you, which then you face plant or land on your butt. Neither one of those are an option I wanted to have happen. And so you just ride straight. The wheel did slip occasionally when going forward, like when I came off the curb and I'm riding across the street here and jumping back on the curb. For a second, the wheel would spin, but it would catch itself and move on. I'm not going to put a treaded tire on my pint yet because that voids the warranty of the 1-year warranty of your one wheel. So I will, for this season of winter, be riding with the stock slick tire, and it performs well. My issue that I'm going to share with you has nothing actually to do with the tire. If you've already noticed, one of the things I completely forgot to do was put my fender on. I'm not riding with the fender. I love the look of all one wheels without a fender, but I have no fender. Here's zooming in to let you know there is no fender. So what's happening is it's making the snow cake up on my back foot, which isn't a problem. My Uggs are waterproof. I didn't feel the coldness. All of that was fine. But in a moment, I will reveal to you what happens that will end your ride. I do love this bridge here. It's just one of those, you're just riding up and going right underneath the bridge. It's kind of surreal, especially when you come right off snow. All of a sudden you feel this grip, new grip on your wheel, and you get going. You can carve or turn what you want to do, and then all of a sudden coming out of the clean ground back into snow, you can see me put my hand up. You start wobbling a little bit just because there's an inch of snow on the ground. And so a couple of things that you might notice as I come up to this intersection here, a lot of times when I see that and salt has been down, the ground is super wet, I will pick my one wheel up and walk it across the intersection so I don't fling salt up on me and it doesn't get into the board because salt rusts stuff. So I don't want that to happen, so I carry my board. Grateful for the mag handle. Can't wait to have mine for the XR. And I'm waiting patiently today by the front door for an upgrade in my XR look. We'll reveal that next week as we have a massive race going on that you're not going to miss on our channel. We're going to race on a golf course that turns into a ski slalom course. So the course is all set up waiting for the snow to stick. And next Wednesday, on One Wheel Wednesday here, we will drop a race between the XR and the Pint on a ski resort. It's going to be hilarious. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't so you get a notification when it happens. I'm about to reveal to you the biggest concern that you should have when riding your one wheel. Even if a fender's on here, you're going to watch. I can't get grip. I'm trying to clean off the snow that is melted there, now frozen, to get grip on there. Here I am again. I cannot for the life of me. Here I am using my glove to try to clean it off. There's ice there. There is no traction on that back foot pad because all that snow has been caked there. I remember this last year. Even with a fender on, this happens because your boot puts the snow there. Here I am going to walk it around a little bit. Thought about putting it in the grass. Maybe that would help. And then I'm like, no, that's not going to fix it. It's uneven. So I put it back there. Now I'm going to go get a stick. I'm looking for a stick over here. I grab it. Now here I come back as traffic's going by me. I'm scraping off the snow that has built up and ice that's built up there just to try to get traction. Wait till you see how I end up getting this thing to move, and never again do I step off my one wheel in this journey. It's about 8-mile trip, so the one wheel can make good pace in snow in 23 degrees, 8 miles. I'm looking at the lens to see if there were any snow droplets on there. There was, and I was like, what am I going to do? How am I going to clean that off? Here you go. I slipped again. It's really a struggle. My solution is I have ordered a stomp pad from Vans, which is essentially a bare sole of any of it's the waffle cone, and I'm going to put it on top of my fender. I'm going to glue it there so that I have a stomp pad to clean off my feet. That would keep the snow from building up back there and would allow me to have more grip on the foot pads. That's my solution, is a stomp pad. Just search stomp pad and you'll be able to put it on your fender. Okay, this time I have to hold on to the front part of the one wheel, and then I'm gonna lean up just to get going. Like, I wonder what people are as they drive by, and this has been edited down for you. As you can see here, I'm trying to gain my balance because I'm like, I'm on, I don't want to. I cut it up. It was probably 10 minutes of me wrestling this out, which is embarrassing for a guy that's rode one wheels forever. I want to take a second to say thank you to all our new subscribers over the last few weeks. We are committed to putting out brand new one wheel content weekly on this channel. We're going to sprinkle in a little bit of our family into those stories as well, because we love to document life. But thank you for subscribing. If you have listened and watched to this extent in the video, you should subscribe. We are really excited about bringing to you a video next One Wheel Wednesday about the Pint, the XR, and the Plus in a race in what could be snowy, it could be grass, depends if this all melts, but we're going to put it to the test, and we're going to talk about, is one wheeling more fun together or separate? It's a thing, I think, inside the community. But seriously, thank you so much for making it this far. Would you subscribe to our channel, turn on the bell notification so you're notified when we drop content, and drop a comment down below of your questions about one wheels and how we overcome different things when riding in different climates and different elements and all of those things. We are enjoying getting to meet you guys down in the comments down below, and thank you for everybody that has been kind with your comments. Till the next video, you guys have a great time, and we will see you on the next video as we are about to arrive at the destination, which is Starbucks. And it was an 8-mile round trip. It was 4.3 miles, started with 100% battery, and when I arrived at Starbucks, I had 44% battery in 23 degrees. In my opinion, that's pretty solid because you go to a place that you can charge. Now, see who we run into at Starbucks, as she's in most of our one wheel videos, but today she's at the meeting at Starbucks. This is the one and only Lily Wiener. Right.
Do I know you?
Guys. Hey. Is it not how most people
crazy.
Come? I am.
You one wheel here?
Well, yeah.
It's so cold.